The Galactic Council had always found humans peculiar. Among the 1,000 species that populated the known universe, Earth's representatives were the only ones who consistently prefaced their diplomatic statements with warnings about their own temperament. "We strongly advise against territorial expansion into the Tau Ceti system," Ambassador Chun would say, her voice steady but her eyes carrying an odd intensity. "Please don't make us mad." The Zephyrian delegates would exchange glances through their crystalline forms, their musical laughter tinkling like wind chimes. The Vortak representatives would flex their tentacles in amusement, their 3 hearts beating in synchronized mockery. Even the ancient architects, beings of pure energy who had witnessed the birth of stars, found the human warnings quaint. For centuries, the pattern remained unchanged. Humans would issue their polite warnings, other species would ignore them, and somehow conflicts would mysteriously resolve themselves before any real confrontation occurred. The universe had grown comfortable with this dance of diplomacy. Dr. Kara Okafor, the xenobiologist aboard the deep space research vessel Harmony, had been studying this phenomenon for decades. She watched the holographic display showing the latest council session where humanity had just issued another warning about the strip mining of inhabited worlds. "Please don't make us mad," the human delegate had said, and the chamber had erupted in the alien equivalent of laughter. Kara's research partner, a sentient AI named Arya, materialized beside her as a shimmering blue form. "The pattern is accelerating," Arya observed. 17 major conflicts in the past solar cycle, all mysteriously resolved before human intervention was required. "That's what bothers me," Kara replied, studying the data streams. "We never seem to actually do anything. Yet somehow aggressors always back down, pirates disappear, and tyrants fall from power right before we be forced to act." The breakthrough came when they analyzed the quantum signatures around these resolved conflicts. Arya's sensors detected something that made her photonic form flicker with excitement. "Kara, look at this." The quantum foam around each incident shows signs of massive temporal displacement. Something is traveling backward through time. 3 days later, the hegemony of sorrow made their move. A coalition of the universe's most aggressive species, they had decided that humans were weak and their territories ripe for conquest. They ignored the familiar warning, "Please don't make us mad." The attack came at dawn, Earth Standard Time. 1,000 ships materialized in Earth's solar system, their weapons charged and ready. The human response was immediate and terrifying in its simplicity. Every human on Earth in the colonies aboard ships scattered across the galaxy simply stopped. They stood perfectly still, their eyes reflecting something that seemed to come from the very depths of space and time itself. Then the universe began to remember. The memories came flooding back like a dam bursting. The Zephyrians remembered their homeworld not as the crystal paradise it was now, but as a molten wasteland they had fled from eons ago. The Vortak recalled their species near extinction, saved only by the mysterious appearance of advanced technology at the moment of their greatest need. The architects, beings who had thought themselves eternal, suddenly remembered their origin. They had once been flesh and blood, transformed by an ancient race that had guided their evolution across millions of years. That ancient race had been human. Dr. Okafor felt the memories unlock in her mind like puzzle pieces falling into place. Humanity's future selves, evolved beyond physical form, had been shepherding the universe's development for millennia. They had guided species away from self-destruction, nudged evolution toward cooperation, and prevented countless wars through subtle intervention. But they had one rule: they would only act if their past selves, the humans of this era, became truly angry. The hegemony of Sorrow's fleet began to dissolve, not destroyed but simply edited out of existence. Their aggressive nature was being retroactively modified, their violence channeled into art and philosophy instead. Ambassador Chen's voice echoed across all frequencies. "We tried to warn you. We've been trying to warn everyone for centuries. When humans get mad, our descendants fix things. And fixing things sometimes means rewriting history itself." The universe finally understood why humans kept saying, "Please don't make them mad." It wasn't a threat, it was a mercy. Because when humanity's children came to fix their parents' problems, they didn't just change the present. They changed everything.